Hey fellas, what's up? I hope things are going well for you guys. I'm a bit excited since we're getting a little closer to warmer weather and basically the start of the season. So, for those of you who don't play in the winter or in the snow, I'm sure that's going to be extra sweet for you. So here we are at Long Live Paintball once again. In addition to playing Pump again, something I haven't done in a while, but I also wanted to give a shout out to Long Live Paintball. And it's basically one of the reasons I think that Long Live is thriving, and that's basically what I wanted to focus on for this video. So yes, Long Live as a whole, they have great staff. And it's not just for the regulars. I'm sure you've heard of fields where the refs, maybe even the owner, that give special treatment to the regulars. I've read many posts online and even heard from other fields or people that have played on other fields where refs will make uneven teams because the regulars want to stay together, and in doing so, they basically just annihilate the less experienced group. Now, I'm glad Long Live is not like this at all because I've seen it for myself as they try their best to make sure everyone has a fun outing. They make it comfortable for the newcomers while still making it safe for everybody out there. I mean, I've seen very small private groups of like 6 to 10 who are first timers play by themselves for a little bit because they're not yet comfortable or they're not yet willing to play with the other less experienced but bigger walk-on group. I know not many fields do that or can do that. They simply can't cater to the very small groups and are somewhat forced to combine the smaller groups into bigger groups. Maybe because of staffing or the size of the fields, whatever the case might be. But I certainly don't mean to bash on the fields that can't do that. I'm sure if many are able to do that, they would. I mean, it's a business after all, and I'm sure they want to increase their business. I basically just wanted to highlight the fact that Long Live can do that. So yes, that's a plus on my book, and that's not what I wanted to focus on in the video actually. I wanted to give a shout out to Jim, the owner, and Rich, one of his main guys who continue to work on evolving the business and the fields. And yes, also to the refs who work overtime for that end as well. What I'm talking about is the frequent changes they keep doing to the fields. Now, this is going to be more relevant to the players out there that play there more often, let's say every week or even every other week. To me, even though I'm lucky to play once every 3 to 4 weeks, but I still notice it and I definitely appreciate it. And I know I've said it before in my previous videos that they keep making changes to the fields, like moving bunkers, adding bunkers, rearranging the field basically. But this is something bigger, something worth showcasing on a video, in my opinion. It's definitely a big sign that they care about more than just the business, that they care about the regulars, the newcomers, and to the future of the sport. They're showing me that they're not just satisfied with what's working now, but also take into consideration what the players want and what they like, and they try to keep them coming or whatever that would take. Now for the viewers of you out there that are not familiar with Long Live Paintball, this particular field, or Field 2 is what we usually call it. Now, notice I didn't name it, and I don't even know if there's a new name for it now. But basically, it was kind of a neglected field. I mean, they've tried to make something out of it, but it never got as much attention as the other fields out there in Long Live. One time, it was filled with small bunkers, so the adults couldn't really get into a good bunker or a good cover. Then they actually used the older speedball bunkers from their speedball field once they got a new set to try and get this field going and keep it alive. But the field was really small. Actually, I think it's the smallest one that they have, and it's also very prone to getting flooded after a heavy rain. Now, with all those factors considered, I mean, we would still play the Field 2 from time to time, but it would only be maybe once a day or a little bit more, and I say maybe, if all the fields were taken and the people were really, really itching to play and didn't want to wait. But needless to say, it was a field that was basically used as a last resort.
Move up on the left.
So here we are. Although a bit of a long intro, but here's the newest revision of Field 2. Now, I'm not sure when exactly the field was done, but it had to be after the last time I was there, so not too long ago. And as you can see, they did some major work, and I mean major. These are not just relocated barrels or bunkers, similar to the other fields where they just got some extras and plopped it on there, but they actually went all out in building new bunkers. Yes, it can still be really muddy out on the field, but that's only when there's like a significant rainfall or even snowfall. But how many weekends can that actually be? At least now, even if it is muddy, people can really have good games at this field. I know I did. The bunkers are well made and very stable. They're also well positioned and it shows that it's a result of a well thought of field. And this is why this video is going to basically have all the games in this field. It was quite fun playing on this field, so much so that we actually played there a number of times. We kept coming back because it was just a new field. It was fun to try out. And it's basically a sign, a very big sign, that Long Live is going to continue to get better and better. So now with all of that said, for the players that are local to Long Live and play at Long Live, especially the ones that haven't played there in a while, I hope if you watch this video you get encouraged in coming back to Long Live, especially to try out this new field. Not just this field particularly, but the other fields as well, because I'm pretty sure if you haven't been there in more than a month, you'll find that there are changes to those fields as well. Now for the players out there that go to a field similar to Long Live, in terms of they keep updating the field, I would just encourage you to talk to the refs, to the owner or the field manager, and basically give them a heads up on them doing a good job. I'm pretty sure, just like anybody, they like to get encouraged from time to time. And just a quick word here and there. Hey, thanks for thanks for changing the field up a little bit. I noticed that you did this. Just some kind words here and there will basically keep them going, and you'll find it'll go a long way, and it's just going to be better for everybody overall. Now for the players that go to a field that hasn't really changed a lot, or even just a little bit in a long time, your hope is not lost. I mean, you can still definitely talk to your refs if you're cool with them, or just a little side note to the field manager or the owner. Mind you, please keep it kind and not come off as complaining, but just like a little hint here and there, like, oh, if this was moved here, or if this was changed a little bit, in your opinion, it would change the game up so much better. Even being willing to stay a little bit or come a little bit earlier to help out with maybe moving some bunkers. I think maybe some of the owners, especially if you have history with them, I think they might be open to you helping out a little bit. If not, just be encouraged by it. So even if you go to a field that hasn't changed in a little bit, don't be discouraged. Definitely approach them nicely and say, what things could be done to improve the field overall. I mean, everybody's looking to improve their business here and there, so that's definitely something you could consider if you want to. Just my 2 cents. So as the video comes to an end, I would just like to take the opportunity to keep thanking the viewers out there, you people, the players out there that continue to watch the videos, to comment and subscribe for the new ones that get introduced to this video. I totally appreciate the time that you spend in watching the video, as well as making comments or even liking it. I plan to get the videos out there more often. I have some more backed up, but I just wanted to get this one out before the other ones I had, just because they had this new field out there. So again, thank you guys out there, and see you at the field.